Mike is at half court with Kia Damon. Here's Mike. Kia Damon, Olson.
Here we are with Coach Damon Olson. Coach, some sting more than others, but that's a tough one right there. That's one I think you had in your hands, but you can build from it. You can teach from it maybe.
Yeah, there are plenty of teachable moments in that game, just in terms of execution, taking care of the things that we can control, which is, boxing out, making sure that we're communicating defensively so that we don't give up points just on blunders, getting back, playing interior defense early before people get the ball. So, we'll definitely go back to the film, watch it, and learn from it. But I thought it was a good game, a very competitive game. And we saw a lot of good things from our team. But obviously, we had too many mishaps, the free throws, just things that you do to beat yourself. It's not even the other team. It's you do it to yourself. And we got to do much less of that.
That's one of those teachable moments. We'll see you back here against LIU. Get back there, talk to your team. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Let's bring in Jess. 8 points today, Jess. 4 rebounds. A really hard-fought game. That is a good basketball team, a team that moves the ball well on the perimeter. I thought you guys did the same, and I thought your defense perimeter was good through basically 3.5 quarters.
Thank you. Yeah, I think we just got to work on finishing out games and containing what we know they already do and just knowing the scout, stuff like that. That was the game that we could have definitely won, and it just came down to who can make free throws and who could execute on defense and offense. So
now, just being a freshman, how's the transition been? It's a different ball game up here playing this type of basketball, right?
it is. It's faster and it's a lot more mental stuff that you have to catch on to, and it all moves so fast. So it's something that I'm constantly trying to work on just so I can be better for my team.
Well, you got a good rhythm going. Right back at it again against LIU. Good luck for that.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Guys, that's a tough one to swallow, but again, buildable moments for Coach Damon Olson and her team. Back to you.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. Certainly a tough weekend for the LSN group, but John, let's take us through the highlights of this one, and then we'll wrap up the weekend.
Well, Gary, there's no question about the fact that there's plenty to be optimistic about. Sarah Agnello gives his team a terrific perimeter threat. There's also no question about the fact that they played an Atlantic 10 team tonight that was very, very good. There you saw Sampson before her injury give some offensive spurt to Duquesne. There she is again, Gary, 9 first-half points before going out with a knee injury. But Natalie Kukowski, another double-double. Obviously, foul trouble hurt Lafayette as Natalie was in foul trouble. Giselle Havas with a big three right there. Every time. Nicole Kalin right here. Kalin really, Gary, did a good job in and around the paint. How about the finish by Natalie? Gary, she's got people leaning on her, pushing her all game long. I love what this young lady brings to the table. Jess Booth, a classic little point guard, left-hander inside. There's the foul on Natalie, and again, we talked about foul trouble being a big, big issue. That's Agnello again from downtown. Again, that perimeter game is going to bode well. This was a big three by the freshman. The stage is not too big for her. You heard her talk in our postgame show about the game being faster. That's the big one right there. That was Kalin from downtown. One of the very, very rare three-point makes that sent this thing into overtime. Natalie did her best in overtime. There's a back cut right here. Nice pass from Cannon to not sure who that was.
Elliott.
Elliott. And look at Natalie go to work around the basket, Gary. She's a tough guard for anybody. And then Bazelak, very quiet through most of the game, but scorers have a way of finding their points. That's exactly what she did. Love the inside out. That was a huge play. Cannon came to get that pass and kicked it outside to Bazelak. And when Duquesne breaks down the film, they're going to, subtlety. That play doesn't happen if Cannon doesn't come to meet that pass in traffic and then kick it out for the wide open three. Duquesne's a good basketball team, Gary. It's one that Lafayette, though, let get away.
So I shouldn't get too depressed as we take a look at some of the game stats. Certainly what's not up there is the free throw percentage. You see the numbers, 52% for Lafayette. That did not get it done. Good shooting from the foul line would have won the ball game for them in regulation. As far as individuals, Kalin with 15, 13 for Bazelak. On the other side, Natalie Kukowski, the only double-figure scorer for Lafayette, 21 points, 12 rebounds, another double-double for Natalie, her third of the year in the 4 ball games. Lafayette goes to 1 and 3. As you get a look at the individual numbers, Duquesne goes to 3 and 2. It'll be a nice ride back to Pittsburgh. It could have been a lengthy one. Lafayette made it a little bit more pleasurable by sending this game into overtime. And it was a game that saw 49 fouls called in the ball game.